Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Today I have sort of a different video for you. It wasn't long ago I talked about like the difference between bump and ballistic helmets. Sort of talked about my setups a little bit. And I got a new set of pads for my ballistic helmet. So this is a Ballistic Armor Co. Gen 2 helmet, level 3A. It's been a great helmet. I think Ballistic Armor Co. makes probably the best helmets in the price range of this. And I just got their Gen 3 pad set. Now, in my mind, I went, how the hell do I make a video about helmet pads? I'll just kind of give you my experience with them. So let's get into it. So before we do that, if you like this sort of content or any other shooting and gun related content, go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe button, hit the notification bell and leave a comment down below. Those all help greatly with the channel. Again, this is sort of a different video today, and we'll see how this goes. So for full transparency, I am now an affiliate of Ballistic Armor Co. When I purchased this helmet with my own money, I was not. When I purchased the second set of pads, they're Gen 2 pads. So this came with the Gen 2 pads, and then I put the Gen 2 pads in my bump lid as well. I purchased all of that with my own money. They did send me the Gen 3 pads. They no longer offer the Gen 2 pads, and they wanted to get my opinion on them. And I told them I'd go ahead and make a video and talk about them a little bit. So that is my relationship with Ballistic Armor Co. I did get a $100 set of pads for free. I have spent well over $700 with them of my own money. Let's get into first the Gen 2 pads. I really liked the Gen 2 pads. The Gen 2 pads are a memory foam. They no longer list them on the website, so I cannot say one way or the other what the material is or was on the Gen 2 pad as far as the covering, but they are a type of memory foam. And the Gen 3 pads are all black. The Gen 2 pads are this striped, this striped pattern. And I've always thought they were pretty darn comfortable, which is why I bought them for this, because the pads that came with this inexpensive bump lid were kind of trash. So that is real quick about the Gen 2 pads. So the Gen 3 pads are also a memory foam. So let me very quickly pull one of these out. My Velcro came off on it, which is unfortunate. And let me pull a Gen 2 pad here. So the Gen 3 pad is also a memory foam. However, it feels squishier. I know that's probably not a word, but it feels softer. The Gen 2 pad feels a little stiffer. The memory foam feels a little stiffer. The Gen 3 pad feels like it holds the memory just a little bit better. Actually, now that I'm sitting here messing with it a little bit, significantly better than the Gen 2 pad. And the Gen 3 pad feels somehow or another cooler on the head. And I don't know if that's the material they used, the difference in material, because the two materials are different. These were made overseas. The Gen 3 pad, the Gen 2s were made overseas. The Gen 3 pads are made in the USA. So I'm sure it's a higher quality material all the way around. So if you'll excuse me for a second while I refer to my cheat sheet here, because there's some information that I'm just not super familiar with. Not enough space in the brain. So it says layered closed cell design offers 7/8 of an inch of comfortable shock absorbing protection all day long. So on that 7/8 of an inch is significant. I do know that when it comes to body armor testing, now I've gone through this when it comes to NIJ certifications and stuff like that. These are tested to NIJ specifications. The NIJ does not, and I repeat, does not certify helmets. However, the specifications for NIJ backface deformation is 3/4 of an inch, and this is claiming 7/8 of an inch of protection. So that, assuming that it's all true, that is well within and beyond the NIJ backface deformation safety protocol, the safety specifications. Again, made in the USA, and there's some information here. Material: high density open cell foam, vinyl nitrile shock absorption foam, 100% nylon UBL backing, which is this Velcro backing here. 82% nylon, 18% spandex face fabric. So that nylon and spandex is this face fabric of the Gen 3, the Bastion, Gen 3 Bastion pads. Again, it feels smoother. It feels smoother and it feels cooler on the head. And I don't know, again, I don't know enough about fabrics and how they react with body temperature and stuff like that to be able to make an educated guess on why it feels cooler. But the foam definitely feels like it's a higher quality foam, and the fabric feels like a higher quality fabric that is in fact cooler on my head. Now, these say airflow of 1.5 to 3.0 CFM. That also may have something to do with why it is more comfortable on my head. Again, I wrestled on how to make a video about pads, and this is the best I've come up with, so bear with me. So the way I have this set up is not at all the way the kit, because it is a kit of foam, the way the kit would be normally done. If you've spent any amount of time in a ballistic helmet or even a bump helmet, a lightweight bump helmet, you have messed around with the configuration of your pads, the types of pads, all kinds of stuff, because when you wear this all day long, you really notice that the standard configuration, standard layout is sort of a starting point, and unless you're not wearing it often, I don't know anybody who has spent considerable amount of time in a helmet that hasn't messed with their helmet. And I actually have a hybrid of the Gen 2 and Gen 3 pads in here because I do like some of the pads in different areas, and there's just not enough of that size pad in each kit. I'll be getting more of the Gen 3 pads. That way I can put all Gen 3 in this at a certain point of time. So on the back of the head here, I still have a Gen 2 pad. I don't know how well that's coming across on camera. I have a Gen 2 pad on the crown of my head. I have the larger sort of square Gen 2 pad. Here is that same larger sort of square Gen 3 pad there. And then this Gen 2 pad back here this is the replacement for it. It's normally the forehead piece of the pad set. And I have the Gen 3 pad there. And then I just filled in where I felt there was too much gap on the temples and sort of rear crown of the head with the smaller pads. And it has proven itself to be quite comfortable for me. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on real quick. I also have a 1/2 inch of foam glued into the helmet because the helmet was just a shade big for me, and unfortunately, like, helmets are like medium, large, extra large. There's not like a large plus or extra large minus. So that was something I had to do to get it to fit to my head more easily, or more comfortably, I should say. Loosen this a little bit and get it right down on my head. I don't use the chin strap as a chin strap as far as like putting it over my chin, and there you go. It fits very nicely. Again, this is comfortable on my head all day long. Right now it's a little back heavy because I have a counterweight still on it from doing my Armasight thermal monocular review. I haven't taken the counterweight off, so it's a little back heavy at this current point. But as far as comfort goes, the way I put my pads together is very comfortable for me. And that's sort of it, man. I mean, again, it's sort of tough to figure out how to make a video about pads. I'm not going to shoot the helmet because it's my only ballistic helmet to show like back face deformation and protection and all that. I'm not, of course, not going to shoot the helmet. But if you're looking for a comfortable, reasonably cool set of pads for your helmet, because the hard foam ones that came with your helmet are, well, trash, these are something I can absolutely recommend because for me, they've been super comfortable. They're not horribly priced. They're about $100 for the set of pads. And then you get to mix and match and do whatever it is you need to do for the helmet to correctly fit comfortably all day on your head. All right, so that's about it. These are the Gen 3 pads from Ballistic Armor Co. for their Bastion line. They do have a Gen 3 helmet that I, again, have not used. This is the Gen 2. Yeah, if you're interested in a nice set of pads that aren't going to really break the bank, check them out. I'll leave a link to the pads down below and to Ballistic Armor Co. so you can check it out for yourself. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you like this sort of content, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember to hit all notifications so you can get more videos from me. Leave a comment down below, especially if you have experience with anything Ballistic Armor Co. If you have personal experience with anything Ballistic Armor Co. or any of the stuff that I have mounted on here. Thanks for watching. Thank you for Ballistic Armor Co. for sending out this set of Gen 3 pads. They're very nice, very comfortable. I've enjoyed using them, and we'll talk to you later.